What up? T-Bob here.
And Jake as well.
And look at you. You done stumbled upon little OTB Saints, where we bring you all the latest black and gold coverage.
Who are the Saints going to draft? Who's going to be their quarterback? What does the salary cap look like? All that information and more.
Hope you enjoy it. Like, subscribe.
All right, Nick, we've talked a lot about offense. Like defensively, like if we look at this team, and obviously much better on defense than they were offense, and if we look forward to April's NFL draft, I think a lot of us assume it's going to be an offensive player, but I know that they're looking for maybe a speed edge rusher. Isaiah Foskey, certainly not the second-round pick that they thought they were getting, and I don't want to put him in the same category as Penning, but I don't know that they have a lot – I don't want to say faith, but they're not counting on him to really be that guy. I mean, do you fully expect it to be an offensive selection there at 14?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think you put Foskey in that basket with Penning. I think you put Peyton Turner in that basket with
oh my
Penning.
gosh! I full disclosure, forgot about that human. I mean, straight up.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's how you have to go into the season. And again, the all-in mentality that I think they're going to have, I think you have to go out. I think you got to sign one. Like, you got to sign a pass rusher. You don't have time to develop one. If you're trying to make it work with Carr, save DA's job, make sure, Kubiak has the runway, all that stuff. Like, I think that you gotta try to be good this season if given the direction they're taking. That's the sensible approach for what they're trying to do. I don't necessarily agree with their approach, but again, I think that's what they're going to do. So I think you sign the pass rusher. I think you try to sign the offensive lineman. And I think that frees you up at 14. Like, if you fail to get the pass rusher, I think you almost have to try to force a pick somewhere early in the draft. I don't know if it's at 14 or early in the second round with that, with the Broncos pick or something, but you got to try to figure out a way to get better there. But I think you got to do it in free agency. And then if you do that, it does free you up. So maybe it's a cornerback to replace Lattimore if you trade him. Maybe it's Brock Bowers if he's still there. I think a pass catching wide receiver that can block and make plays with his feet after the catch is something that would fit really well in this offense. But I don't think it's tight end dependent. Like, Miami doesn't have George Kittle, but if you have George Kittle in this offense, like, there's a lot of things you can do with the skies and getting him free in creative ways. So I think that's something that Bowers could really do really well. I think he's a natural fit for that type of offense, but I think it could kind of be anything at that spot. If the quarterback falls, I'd be open to it. I don't know if they're going to force that pick or go after it, given that they're kind of all in on Carr at this point, but I think there's a lot of things they can do. So I would address the trenches in free agency so that you can just kind of make the most sensible best pick at 14.
All right, Nick, you and I haven't had a chance to catch up since we saw each other at the Senior Bowl. So being there in Mobile that week, was there any player that maybe surprised you a little bit? Any player that you didn't have high expectations for, maybe not as high expectations? You left the week saying, you know what, I wouldn't mind seeing that person, that player in black and gold.
I'm not going to lie to you. I spent that whole week just trying to stalk people and figure out who they were going to hire as their offensive coordinator. I did not see a lot of practices.
Answer,
it was kind of like watching the stands through my binoculars and like, oh, he's moving. Let me try to catch him in the parking lot, like stuff like that. So I would be just regurgitating stuff I heard from someone else if I said anything. But look, I heard, good things about the UCLA pass rusher, like that was someone that everybody was kind of hyping a little bit. Yeah, I mean, he was the name that I heard a lot on. Jaquan Jackson, I heard some good things about him from scouts, the Tulane wide receiver.
He had a big day on the Thursday practice for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, look, I just be kind of regurgitating people's stuff. It'd be totally fake of me to try to act like I
can appreciate that you had the binoculars out, eye hustling who the next coaching staff member was going to be. Actually, now I'm kind of sad that I didn't look back and see you with the binoculars out.
Oh yeah, full on stocking week, man. It was.
Hey, that's why you work. That's why you work on New Orleans on Fat Tuesday, because you're always on the grind. I get it. T-Bob would never.
Hey man, he wouldn't. He's out there. Hey, he was on the field though, so I mean, I don't know what he was doing out there, but he had the closest seat to anyone.
Oh, he was on the field. Did you see the video he was filming though on the field? I can't play it here on the show. I'll tell you that.
All right, I'll check it out.
Okay, I'm going to send it to you to make sure that you see what he was doing on the field. He wasn't doing what you think he was doing on the field.
All right.
Okay.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
Fair
at all.
enough. Nick Underhill, neworleans.football is the site. It is worth every single penny. I mean, it is the latest and greatest in all things New Orleans Saints. And we appreciate your time every single week, Nick. And we'll catch up with you next week.
Yeah, take it easy, man.
Wow, just amazing black and gold takes right there, Jake.
I don't think I've ever heard any takes that are better than the two guys that just gave you that take.
And you can keep getting them by going ahead and liking, subscribing, ringing the bell to get notifications when we post. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next OTB Saints.